Alright, so I wanted to talk about the controversy, I guess you would say, over the Genshin Impact anniversary rewards. Now, I know that a lot of people are really genuinely upset about just like about the rewards, or rather the lack thereof. Now, personally, I don't care that much. While I do wish that we had been given a little bit more, I don't think that what they did was unreasonable. I mean, first off, Mihoyo, it's not like they've set a standard exactly of giving us lots of Primogems all the time. It's not like other gacha games where they just constantly fill you up on all the sorts of things you could possibly need. It really isn't. However, that's not what at least that's not what I play the game for. Personally, I play the game because I think it's gorgeous and I think it's fun. I really enjoy the the combat system. I enjoy the I enjoy the combat system. I enjoy the designs are gorgeous, like actually gorgeous. The wow, it's really hard to play a game that's not what you're talking about. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I just don't think it's that bad. The rewards are not great. We got, what, 400 Primogems and a glider? That said 1 out of 4. So there is hope for people who really, really want those better rewards. But also, there's just not there wasn't any need for it. First off, they were already giving us like 10 summons with this event. They're giving us a bunch of other materials. We're just getting like almost everything that we need, and that's the thing that people are complaining about. Personally, I believe that you shouldn't complain about getting almost everything you want just because there's that little bit that you aren't getting, because you're never going to get everything you want. And I feel like we don't need that much. Now, sure, having those things is always nice for free-to-play. Like, I am free-to-play, and I agree that it's just always going to be better to have more Primogems, right? Issue is, when do you hit the point of I just don't feel the need for this? Like, I agree. It just on principle is generally a good idea in terms of business practice to just make your player base happy, right? That's it. You make your player base happy. Now, best ways to make your player base happy, pretty much just like seriously, it's just freaking run a reward thing, okay? Player base loves to get their rewards. They don't really care all that much what it's for. Like, it's just that the anniversary, I guess, feels sort of like it should be a bigger thing, but it really doesn't have to be at all. It really doesn't. Let's see, here we're going to be wanting to put opt into our hand from there. But then for these ones, put them back in any order. Okay. Elish. There we go. So, I don't know. I just don't like how angry people are getting about it. It's like with Zhongli. Zhongli did not need a buff, and now that everyone's looking at post-buff Zhongli, most people will agree, okay, yeah, that was a little bit unnecessary. Like, you don't say! Oh. Right, this is, yeah, we draw that. I just do not, I don't know, the Genshin community, sometimes it's great. Like, we have great artists, we have just, there's a whole awesome part of the fan base. And then there's just a ton of people who are just toxic for no reason. And I'm not happy with that kind of a fan base. I don't want to be a part of a fan base like that. I don't know, man. Could just be me, but don't think it is. Sack those 2 for mana thanks to Kaikar, play Perforos. Then Zora Devotion to Red is less than 5, being only 2. Sorry, only 3. So, he's not a creature. Yeah. Now, it does say something that the fanbase was able to get that little bit extra out of Mihoyo. It means that they do actually listen. But I still don't necessarily think that's a good thing. Well, it's not a bad thing. When a company listens to its fans, it's almost never a bad thing. It's just sometimes the fans have got to learn that this company has been successful for much longer than you've been playing its games. Maybe, crazy idea, maybe they know what they're doing better than you do. Just like, mind blown. Wow, that's crazy. How did I ever think? No, it's simple, okay? The way that it works is quite simply just you just gotta know they've been doing this for much longer than you. I'd say there's a pretty solid chance that they know what they're doing. You know, of course I could always be wrong, but in this case I think that it's fair to say that I'm not wrong. Alright, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If I save 2, that's 16, so it's 1, and then it's 7, so that's, what if I save 6? Oh, the 16, that's 10, so that's 5, so that's, oh, it's so close. Oh, no, that's enough. Alright. So, the way this works is we then do set counters 5, because we multi-kicked it 5 times. So they used 11 mana, leaving us, oh shoot. It does not still work with 4. Oh wait, no. Trample. Yeah, no, we'll still be fine. Alright, anyways. So yeah, we played that. We equip the Fleet Feather Sandals to our Marwyn. So here's the thing. When that enters because it's an elf, Marwyn gets a counter. And then Marwyn gets 5 more power toughness. She's a 9/9. And then we use our remaining 4 mana to cast Triumph of the Hordes, giving it plus everything +1/+1 and infect. Wait, this is 4. Right? I don't know. Whatever. That's enough, because you only need to do 10 damage to infect to kill, and that's, since everything is +1/+1 and infect, that's enough, because it can only block 5 of it. So yeah. I don't know. I do think that the fan base is the issue here, not the, fan base is the issue. The company is kind of an issue, but not really. I don't know. It's like, when you think about the whole thing where, oh, but how can you really say what is a problem and what isn't? You know, like, it's all dictated by society. Whoa. Yes, society. Just stop. Just quit while you're ahead. Alright. You're unnecessarily complicating everything. And it's really annoying. I don't like the way that, any of this stuff gets treated. Mihoyo does not deserve to be receiving Like, hate mail, death threats, what on earth? Like, these are not things that should have been happening. It just does not make sense. As to, like, what possible reason could you legitimately have to, send a hate mail or, like, a death threat? A freaking death threat! Over this? It's absurd. The fanbase is an issue, and company made mistakes. That does not mean that they are the entire problem. That's not at all what that means. What it does mean is that if they want to stop receiving those kinds of mail, that kind of mail and those kinds of threats, they probably need to comply with the wishes of their player base. Which feels like a, well, yeah, no, duh. If you don't want people to hate you, you should do what they tell you. Yeah. But I mean, that's a pretty trashy way to live your life, isn't it? Like, even to just run a business, that's a bad model. Just the idea of, well, they want it, just give it to them. Obviously, they know better. There's the whole idea of just customer always knows best. No, they don't. And I think that it's not a problem with if the business has that in mind, but when the customer comes in and says, oh, I'm the customer, I know better, then it becomes, like, genuinely an issue. Just because they really just don't know what they're talking about. There is no genuine reason for them to actually believe that they know what they're talking about either. And it's just them thinking that they're much smarter than they are. I don't approve of it. I do not like the way that any of this stuff is really done. I just don't agree with it. It's just not right, in my opinion at least. Now, the real issue, in my opinion, even, obviously, you know, it's real, of course, that all the things I've been talking about are real. I think that the biggest issue is that just people don't try to understand. I get it if you've tried, but it just doesn't make sense. But you can't just not try and say that it's bad. That's just, like, why? It's just not fair to anybody involved. I just don't like the way that any of it is run. Just society as a whole is the problem. We do, as a matter of fact, live in a society. I can confirm this fact. Yeah, I just don't think this is the way things should be handled. I think there are much better ways to handle these things. And yeah, it's just being done wrong. And it's not hard to do right. That's the craziest thing. It's so easy to do it right. Just think. Just try to be understanding. Just try to think maybe I'm wrong. Like, obviously, come on, everybody's gonna have a little bit of trouble with admitting that, okay, yes, I was wrong about this. But it's not so hard as to be impossible. And that's what it looks like. Anybody outside of the Genshin community who looks at the Genshin community will think, wow, that's terrible. The reason that there aren't that many new players, the reason that the Genshin community is dying out, there's heavy air quotes around that, is because people see the Genshin community from the outside, and they don't want to be a part of that. Nobody likes us unless they're already one of us. And it's like, it's getting to the terrible point of, it's getting almost to the point of League of Legends, okay? You know, League of Legends, notoriously toxic. People don't even want to go play League of Legends. They don't even want to get started because, oh, there's all these terrible people that are super toxic and it's not fun. I tried the game and it just wasn't for me, but I could see the appeal. And it's not all bad people. It's just a few. But as with most things, the bad people are louder than the others. And I don't know. It's just not, it's definitely not fair. But what is? I don't like the idea that sometimes you just gotta deal with that it's not fair. It just, to my mind, that says that people are powerless to change the things, which I think is incorrect. I also think that, like, just try to understand people. It's not so incredibly difficult, honestly. Just make an attempt. At least try, please. It's really not that hard. Because once you actually try, then you find you could do it. It's easier every time after that. That's just the way that most humans work. And just, as long as you just keep telling yourself, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they were right. That's a bit less negative. And it's honestly a really good practice to, every time that you're in that kind of situation, just ask yourself, is there some other way I could have seen this? Because there almost always is. And in this case, I like to look at things from all sides perspectives. And it's just, oh my god. So obviously, like, you know, everybody's seen the videos on YouTube about, like, oh, this hate mail I received, it's real, this stuff is real stuff that happens. Yes, it is real. Yes, it does happen. No, most of those videos are not fake. Not just made to get views or anything. That stuff really happens. And when it's on the level that a very profitable company is actually being affected, is actually having their decisions changed by that kind of hate that they're receiving, I feel like the problem is less with the company than with the people the company serves. I don't know. That's my take on the whole controversy. And also, this game is at a stalemate. Nothing's gonna happen in this game. Nobody's gonna be able to kill anybody. This one's got bigger creatures, this one's got more creatures. And if this one swings, they die to these. If this one swings, they die to these. So no one's gonna swing, and everyone's just gonna sit here and just keep doing, like, pass, untap, draw, main one. Oh, well, maybe not. We have an Empyrean Eagle, and now all of our flying creatures are stronger. Okay. Oh, well, we don't have very many flyers. But we have a few. And then this one becomes 2 stronger, because it is a spirit. And it says other creatures with flying, so it doesn't count itself there. Now, as much as I love Genshin Impact, and as much as we've got so many talented people in this community, we really do. There's just so many people that are great people. I have met a bunch of friends online through this community. I've started to create content for this community because I enjoy this game and I bond with people over this game. I do not like at this time to say that I am a part of this community, and that's sad. I don't like not being able to be proud of a community I'm a part of, and that's just the reality I live in. It's unfair, but I don't have to deal with it. I could just stop. I don't have to stop playing. I could just stop participating in the community, stop looking at Genshin Twitter, stop doing all that. But out of, oh yeah, by the way, this deck definitely wins here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power toughness, 10, 10, and then it's just like, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures that can attack. So 2 creatures will get through, so that's minimum 6 damage. That's actually not much at all. But anyways, yeah, no, this deck would definitely win eventually just because it's 10-10 now. But yeah, the real, so my 100% complete opinion is, bro, just chill. Literally, just freaking chill, please. It's just, I don't like what's happening in this community. And I'm doing my best to change it, I really am. But sometimes there really isn't anything you can do about specific things. And you kind of have to come to terms with that. But not 100%. You have to come to terms with the fact that there's not always something you can do with it, but also make sure you remember, oftentimes there is. And when there is something you can do about it, you usually should. Anyways, that's my opinion on it. Boop. So let's see. We got our little 8-7 here, blocking 6-6, 5-3 blocking. Oh, it'll die no matter what it blocks. It'll block the 10-10 then. Got an 8-8 here, blocking our 3-5. 8-8 blocking this 3-5. 6-6 blocking this 4-5. Alright, so we're actually gonna change the arrow here to block this. Alright, so that's how we're blocking. So then it ends up being this thing dies, and then this thing lives, this thing dies, this thing goes through, this thing dies, this thing dies, side gains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this thing dies, this thing dies, this thing dies, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. And then all of these get -2, -2 because the thingy went away. Alright. See if this I can finish the game. Nope. Wait, that's useless to do. Oh. Oops, wrong thing. Break that out for 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just go ahead and casually attach that. It is a spirit, so it gets +3/+3, so it is a 7/7. Flying and vigilance. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 17. Yep. That's game. Standard spirits wins over modern spirits. But yeah. That's going to be it for this video. Yeah, Mihoyo could have done better. But oh my god, they should not have to deal with what they do. That's just so... yeah, that's just not fair. And I feel like everybody should know that. Alright, I'm gonna have to sign off here. So long. If you guys like this kind of thing where I guess, talk over while I'm playing Magic, I'll get better at talking while I play Magic. With more practice. And fewer ums. Then, just let me know if it's a bit distracting or if I'm not doing a good job of talking over it. Just also let me know that. I'll find something else I can do. But I can't really talk over random things or while I'm playing Genshin because it's just my computer's not very good. It can't really handle Genshin very well while recording. Sometimes there are good days, not very often. The last few things I've tried to record have failed to record properly, so I had to scrap them. I ended up with this here. I personally would also be totally down to just do a series where I play Magic. I've talked to my friends, and if I can actually get the Discord call recording to work, which I quite possibly can, assuming Genshin isn't just murdering my computer while I do it. So I would be down to do, like, playing Magic with my friends. But if nobody's really interested in that, I'll just stick to Genshin. Alright. Bye!